See that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's my masculine vibe coming out.
I was good on my own, that's the way it was. That's the way it was. You was good on the low for a favor.
Hey you guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be discussing something a little bit different from what I normally would be discussing. I mean, you guys know that I'm going into this different type of I don't know how I want to describe it, but this different genre of videos. I will still be doing, like I said, I think I've said this before, but I will still be doing like the makeup videos, beauty videos when I feel more enthusiastic about it, because honestly right now I haven't bought too many beauty products. I've been really working on my skincare, so maybe I can come up with some stuff to show you guys what I've been doing, what I've been working on, but I'm just trying to get some really good results before I actually just jump into those type of videos. But there are other things that I'm working on at this time in my personal life, like my single journey. I'm also working on my self journey, and I'm also working on like really researching things that are going on locally, but not only locally, nationally. Now, a lot of you guys know that I am now in Texas. I'm in the Dallas area, but I was actually in Mississippi. So things have changed out here. The dynamics are changed, you know, as far as dating and all of that. So I'll get into those type of things in later videos, but I will be hinting on just a little bit of that, like within this video. So as you guys saw the title, it says that I am on a self journey, and I'm trying to really figure out this femininity thing, like this feminine vibes, these feminine ways, this feminine energy, and I must say that it's very hard because, well, femininity and grace, I feel like I'm a pretty graceful person. If you did not know me, you never had a conversation with me, you would definitely feel like, you know, yeah, I mean, I don't walk around like kind of you know, like you know, I am graceful as a woman. But when it comes to my personality, when I really get upset or pissed off or whatever the case may be, sometimes those feminine vibes just go away, like, to be honest. And I feel like I live a lot in my masculine vibes. Like, I do try my hardest every day to live mostly in my feminine vibes, but my masculine vibes come out, and a lot of that has something to do with me being a single parent. I don't want to blame the single parentness on my child or on the other person that, you know, is the reason to being single, a single parent. But I also feel as though when you're put into certain type of environments and you have to survive, in order to survive, you kind of pick up on these type of like traits and characteristics where you have to be manly, because you have to protect yourself and your child. So you're the man, technically, if you want to look at it that way. You have to be a man because you don't have a man around. So like I said, I won't be putting that on the other person, and I won't even be putting that on my child. Like, that's not her responsibility to be, you know, for me to protect her. And it's not his duty to protect us, and we're not together, or we're, you know, we're just co-parenting. I'm just stating that as women, especially black women, when we are single, it's very single parents, I'm sorry, it's very hard for us to look at ourselves as feminine versus more masculine energy, as far as when it equates to like really always being in masculine and feminine. Like, you don't, it's a way, we can't change it that quickly. It has to be a process. And so I am noticing that, and I am trying to change that so that I'll be more submissive whenever I find my husband. or I can be more, you know what I'm saying? Like, really letting a guy be a guy. See that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's my masculine vibe coming out. Because I'm going to be honest, when masculine vibes come out of me, I'm a grown man. Like, I'm literally a 35, 36-year-old man. And so I'm going to size you up just like you size me up. Like, I've been taught to be very strong, and I guess with that, it comes with the territory. And my mom was a single parent as well of 4 kids, so I can't even blame it on her. She can't teach me femininity if all she ever had to do was be, you know, the man and the woman. So it's like a generational thing where we always continuously, we pass it on to our kids. And, you know, I just don't want to continue this type of behavior or this type of like way of thinking, or always teach my daughter that she has to sit in this masculine vibe because men are not this or not that, or downplaying black men. You know, like, I just don't want that. You know, I want to actually learn, and I actually want to be better, and I actually want to, like, really know when it's time to turn it on and know when it's time to turn it off. That's the problem. So the first thing that I had to do in order to figure out that it was something that I wanted to change within myself is to assess the problem. I have to know that it's a problem in order for me to correct it, right? So it took me 35 years to get there, though. Like, I was literally, my daughter is 10. So me sitting in this vibe, because I feel like before my daughter, I was pretty feminine. Like, I would let guys lead. You know, for the most part, I would be very chill. You know, I would let the guy do, if he wants to do something, he does it. If he doesn't, you know, I knew how to walk away quietly. I didn't do a whole lot of arguing and back and forth. And, like, I was really, really, really set on being, I don't want to say I was set on it. It was just in me. Like, it was like I didn't have to worry about taking care of someone else and myself. And I think that's where the biggest issue comes in, is that when you start having to take care of yourself and someone else, and you're responsible for another life, that's when it totally changed. And because I was a single parent, or I am a single parent, I just kind of, I don't know, my mom just taught me to be so hard. Like, so, like, your feelings and all of that, it was just so hard. So, like, being that I am this way now, it's kind of hard for me to transform it out of it. Like I said, this has been 10 years in the making, and me just now realizing that I'm too rough. Like, you know, I need to chill out and let things just kind of naturally and organically happen. But I also know that I have to set boundaries. So it's like that, setting a boundary and not letting people run over you or do you a certain type of way. But also knowing that you have to be a little softer. You have to be a little bit more eloquent or a little bit more graceful with the way that you go about doing it. So this is not me telling everybody that they need to change this up. This is me saying that this is something that I am trying to do, because I do notice that sometimes I come off very harsh, and I just don't know too many men that want to lay next to another man. I mean, and they like women, if you get what I'm saying. But you also don't let them run over you. Make a note, y'all, because I'm saying it. I'm not saying that this is something that you have to do. This is for people who really assess themselves and really got to the root cause of what is going on with them. Okay? So, now, this is for people who want to change their behavior, want to know how to change it, or who are working on changing their behavior. The second thing that I did, or I started to notice, was that I had to, of course, know that there was a problem. Like I said, assessing the problem is kind of like thinking about it like, man, I could have I could have did this a different way, or I didn't have to do this bad, or I didn't have to be like this, or I didn't have to, like that. And then after that, I had to like really sit down and know, what my real problem was with why I didn't want to tap into this feminine energy. And one of my reasons for not wanting to tap into feminine energy is because I feel like people play with you already. So why should I tap into feminine energy where people are going to say, oh, she's just like, she's meek. And, I thought that was feminine, but it actually is, that's not all that femininity is. It's just a part of it, but it's not all that it is. Like, you can set boundaries and set clear boundaries with men and other people without having to like that. So yeah, that was another thing that I had a big issue with, is trying to figure out like why don't I want to be a little bit more feminine. And one of those things were just not wanting people to run over you, not wanting people to see you in a soft way, or not wanting to people to think that you're soft and they try you. And I get it, I'm the same way, and I struggle with it daily. Even though I'm trying to work on it, I still struggle with it daily because people will try it. So I have to learn how to turn it on, turn it off. That's another thing. And the industry that I work in is kind of cutthroat as far as you go up, it kind of gets more and more cutthroat. So you have to be a little, you gotta pull a little bit sometimes. And then sometimes, you don't have to do anything. So I'm learning that too. Yesterday was like a hard day for me at work because I'm still trying, like I said, I'm trying to balance this out. But then some of the people I work with in healthcare are just like really blunt and cutthroat, and they will bully you. So just learning the difference. 3, I had to focus on the change. Like, one of the things about change is that it doesn't, like, if you mess up today, you don't have to say, oh, well, I'm done, I can't do it again, and I'm just gonna be me. Be you regardless. If this is not something, not a change that you want to make about yourself, don't make that change. You know what I'm saying? Don't make this change for anyone else. Don't make this change for your family, for your friends, for a man. Make it for yourself, because I had to realize that I'm not going to change it for other people, and it's not going to be genuine if I don't change it for other people. It's going to definitely be genuine when I change it for myself and for what works for me and what I want to achieve out of life. And ultimately, can't even talk. Ultimately, my goal is to be a wife, and be a wife who is submissive. Like, no lie, my number one thing that I've always wanted to do was be a wife. I became very ambitious, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you don't have to like not be ambitious to be a wife. And so I noticed that while in my singleness and not dating and not entertaining, it's a good time to start working on being, those things that you wanted. Like, all of those feminine things, you can work on that by yourself. You don't have to work on it with somebody. So, so just knowing how to turn it on, turn it off, and knowing when to trust the right partner to, give them the actual power and the actual choice to make decisions for you in that person. So that's going to be another one. That's going to be another conversation about dating and all of that. Just knowing that, because I always felt like when I was in relationships, I'm not going to give you power, because, why? What am I giving you power for? But you got to choose the right person to get that power too. And that person got to be on point. So, while I'm single. So the next thing is pray for your change. And this is something that I do like daily, every morning before I even get up out of bed. I just lay there and I just speak affirmations, and I also do my daily prayer. And my prayer is just to be able to be submissive when it's right, like asking God to show me when this is the right person for me to be submissive and for my femininity to just flourish in. Because I feel like a lot of the reasons why a lot of us are walking around and we are like really bringing out more masculine energy than feminine is because we're scared. We're scared of being let down. We're scared of being hurt. We're scared of being led into homelessness or all of this, especially like the really the black women who have like their life already. Like for me specifically, I have a nice paying job. Like this job, I'm comfortably able to pay my bills and also do everything that my daughter needs to do as far as extra activities, all of the things that I want to do. I could do a little shopping, I could save, I could do this. And for allowing somebody to come in, and how hard I've worked on this, allowing someone to come in and be in control of this is very hard for me, because I've worked so hard and I just don't want to let you lead me back to where I came from. So it's so scary for a lot of women. A lot of women don't like this because it's like, I'm not going to give my power to you, and I'm scared because you're not presenting yourself as somebody I can be submissive to. Or, again, that goes back to just knowing if this person is right for you, seeing the signs that this person is right for you, and knowing when you can give up that decision to give it to somebody else and let them lead. And that's what I'm working on myself with, in knowing when to give up, that extra power in order to sit back and just let things flourish. But there's like so many things that I look for in a person in order for me to get to that point. Like, you gotta show me that you're a man that can lead. Like, you have to be already doing things within my home or doing things with me and my daughter that is going to show me you can lead me, you can lead my daughter, you can lead this family, and I put my trust in you. But if you're not doing anything, I'm a woman that has everything for herself. So what, it all goes, and it's kind of scary because it kind of goes back to those questions that people ask, like, what do you bring to the table and all of that? And it's really not that deep. It's more so like things that supposedly women are supposed to do and men are supposed to do. And I just rarely have seen it in my lifetime and in my relationships where things work out specifically just like that, So, praying for that daily and being assured, like being not being skeptical or doubtful about that. Like, I really do feel like when the time is right, things will come in as they're supposed to, okay? So, the last thing that I'm trying to do at this moment is live in the change or live for the change. And it's so hard, like, y'all. Self journeys are the hardest because you have to dig deep within yourself to see what the problem is. And a lot of us don't feel like we're a problem. We don't. Like, I personally feel like a lot of the things that people may say about me is not a problem. I can fix those things. But I feel like some of those things are things that I could fix as a universal thing, so that my friends will get the best benefit out of me, my family can get the best benefit out of me, and when I get married, my husband will get the best benefit out of me. And so some things I do kind of like struggle with, like, I don't see the point in doing it this way or doing stuff or like, doing that or doing this. And then some things I'm like, you know what, maybe I need to change this, but I don't need to change it for this person. It has to be something that I want to do myself. So this self-journey, part one of the things that I'm changing about myself is my grace and my femininity, my feminine energy. And I'm I'm working on trying to balance those things out so that I can become the best version of myself. So when my husband does show up and when I do get out there and start back dating, you know, husband will be there, you know. And I also, one last thing, just a side note, I always pray for like vision. The vision, like knowing for sure that this person, like not doubting, knowing, asking God to give me all of these things that's gonna show me that this person is there, this is my person, you know what I'm saying? So that's part of my self-care, you know, my self-journey. I'll definitely take you guys along if you're willing to hear more things that I'm trying to change about myself and going more into detail, if you would like. And also, as time goes on, like I have different parts of myself that I'm changing on this journey. So if you guys want to know more about those, like what other things I'm changing about myself, like let me know. I'm also going to be doing other videos about like just Black women in general, and like dating and singleness and divorce and all of that. I haven't been divorced, I've never been married, but like I said, I do a lot of research just in general about things, and so that will be something good that I can touch on. So a lot of these videos are not just going to be information directly from me or have a source. Some of them are going to have sources, and of course I'll stick them in the description. But you guys, let me know some of the things that you guys are working on, or some of the things that you feel like you want to work on your self journey. This will be great to have people to go through this with and try to see how like far we can actually, you know, progress within ourselves and to the outside world. And I really want the people on the outside to see that, you know, to see the change in me. Not because I feel like I just was terrible and I need to change, but I feel like I want to change for the better, not for the worse. So you guys let me know what you think about femininity, feminine energy, and grace. Like, I feel like I'm basically graceful, but you know what I'm saying. Sometimes, you know, I told you the masculine side, he's a grown man, he comes out, and I try to keep him under wraps. And I was tested today. I was tested today to go off, but I didn't. I think that these tests, if I keep passing them, I'll be good at it. So, you know, on down the line, when it's time for hubby or husband, I'll be good. What y'all think? I think I'll be good. But you guys, let me know if you like these type of videos. I'll keep coming with them. Thank you so much for the new subscribers. I'm so happy. I'm happy my channel is getting friction. I got so much in store for you guys. I have so much stuff that is coming, you guys. I have been working on so much stuff outside of just my regular schmegular job. And I hope that you guys will like those things that I'm coming with too, because I'm going to give you guys a guide into everything that I have been learning over the last couple of weeks. And I hope that it'll work for you guys. So I'll have to make sure I have everything intact so that when I come to you guys with facts, you know, and I can just pull it up and be like, hey, you know, it's right here. Okay, so that's what I'm kind of working on with some of this stuff. But the other stuff is just self-care videos and, you know, trying to work on yourself. And we can all do that right now. So, yes, you guys, go ahead and like this video if you like it, and comment below and tell me what you guys like think about what I'm working on, like myself, as far as myself, like if you think it's a good look or not, you know, or some things that you guys are working on so that I can work on those as well, because it might be something that I'm missing too, you guys. Like if people didn't tell me these things about myself, I wouldn't know. So I like to know that, you know, I like to know what y'all working on, because it might be something I can work on too. All right, you guys, I will be back with the next video. I'm trying to kick out a video every week, at least once a week, and I will see you guys next time.